Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Harry Knuckles, and this is my review of Gangster Payday. An aging gangster named Ghost is thinking about the future. Like the rest of the world, the underworld is changing. Karaokes aren't as lucrative as they used to be, especially if you refuse to sell drugs in yours. The real money is in property developing, but only as the buyer, not the seller. If that sounds really topical and local, it's supposed to. Director Lee Po-chung co-wrote Gangster Payday with Lily Hay, and they set out to capture the spirit of Hong Kong at this very historic and uncertain point in the city's history. But don't worry, it's still a gangster movie. The parade of familiar faces had me smiling right from the beginning. Anthony Wong is in top form as Ghost, a semi-retired boss who's seen it all and done it all so much that he hides from each and every hoe that's constantly vying for his attention. And I don't mean people named Ho, I mean women with flexible morals, and even flexier backs. His two lieutenants are played by Chi-hung and Chen Wyman. They belong to the Hung Hing Society. Wong Yaolam plays Le, the likely heir to Ghost's rapidly diminishing empire. One day, a quiet woman who works in a cha-chan-tang delivers food to the karaoke. Yes, Charlene Choi actually plays a quiet woman, but more on that later. She gets into a bit of trouble with a gangster from one of the other gangs. Leung tries to help her, but ends up needing help himself. Luckily, Ghost shows up on cue to save him. Two guys and one girl. Sounds like a love triangle. Or a train. We've all seen this story before, but Gangster Payday tells it with such a great feel for the characters that you don't care. I've eaten a hell of a lot of gung zai mein in 10 years, but I still enjoy them. These characters are real, human, and funny, and listening to them talk, both what they talk about and the way that they talk about it, is really entertaining. Part of what makes the movie so interesting is the way that it's almost two movies in one. There's a pretty standard, gangster and romance movie with flaring tempers and meetings in smoke-filled back rooms, and a romance between the good girl and the bad boy. Bad man. But there's another side to the movie, and I found it really interesting. For a lot of reasons, Hong Kong's culture is in danger of changing to a very large degree, for political, financial, and even demographic reasons. A lot of small independent shops and restaurants are being priced out of existence by developers and chain stores. Gangster Payday spends a good amount of its running time talking about this situation both implicitly and explicitly. And it also celebrates local culture in a way that I found really endearing. Listening to Chen Wyman talk about the spirit of the cha-chan-tang, or seeing Chi-hung trying to make pineapple buns, it's almost cute. If not for some of the violence and the language in Gangster Payday, I could almost see it being a Chinese New Year movie. It was nice to see a really local film that celebrated local culture. It was also nice to see Charlene Choi act. While I can't stand her petulant teenager shtick, I don't really have a problem with her as a person. She can act, she just doesn't usually get asked to do much of it. In Gangster Payday, she's quite good, and the only time she reverts to brattiness, she's drunk in the scene, so it almost makes sense. And like Charlene, the movie itself bugged me only once. The climax of the film is kind of clumsy and illogical and would never really happen, but it has a couple of redeemingly hilarious lines, and the movie quickly reverted back to being completely likable for me. I've said before that movies often feature characters that we wish were real, or characters that we wish we had as friends. Gangster Payday has a lot of those, and it also has characters that we might wish more people were like in real life. The world would not only be a better place, it would probably be a lot more fun too. I can strongly recommend this film, but I'm going to strongly recommend that you watch it in the cinema while it's here, or that you wait to rent it online or buy a disc. When this movie is released to home video, I will update the description with a link where you could buy it. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a comment. If you didn't enjoy the review, leave me a comment. If you enjoy the channel in general, please subscribe, because that way you'll get notifications about new videos as soon as they happen. Thank you for watching. The sauna, where the three older gangsters hang out in the movie, is called the Sunny Paradise, and it's located in Wan Chai. And I just wanted to say, it's a really nice place. I've been there more than once.